Hello chess lovers, Suren here, and I would like to share with you a very aggressive attacking game played by the Dean of American Chess, Arthur Bisguier. His opponent is legendary Bent Larsen, who was a 6-time Danish champion and a candidate for the World Chess Championship on 4 occasions. This game was played in 1965 in Zagreb. Bisguier had white pieces and he started with d4, g6 by Larsen. Black goes for modern defense. Black is allowing white to occupy the center of the board and then will start challenge white's center. Knight f3, knight f6, bishop d3, we see castling by both sides, knight d7 and e5. Instantly white is grabbing more space, knight e8, queen e1, c5. Already black is starting to challenge white's center, but now comes f5. White is actually playing very aggressively. D takes e5, f takes g6, h takes g6, and instead of recapturing on e5, here comes the queen h4. Allowing e takes d4 as well. Now comes the bishop h6, offering an exchange of dark square bishops in order to weaken black's king side. Knight ef6, after which white is gaining a huge advantage. Well, it was better to play knight df6. A very important move. The idea is that by bringing the knight from d7 square, black is freeing this square for the queen, which later can help black king. If knight g5, then queen d7 with the intention of queen g4, offer an exchange of queens. If h3, then knight h5, and black is holding, no problem at all. Instead, after bishop h6, we see knight f6. Knight g5, if we have a look at black queen is like out of the game. Knight d5 was played, and now you can pause the video and try to find Bisguier's next move. Ready? Already, it's high time for a sacrifice. This is move 14 and we see rook takes f6. But it turns out that recapturing is losing on the spot. Bishop h8 was played. Now if e takes f6, then simply bishop takes g7 with several deadly mating threats, and if we move like bishop takes f6, then again this bishop g7 is winning on the spot. Let's go back. That's why after rook takes f6, bishop h8 was played, and the rook simply retreats back on f1 square. White is choosing a safer line, but according to the engine, bishop g7 is stronger, which is Ng's first choice. But I won't delve too much into the lines which can arise after bishop g7. Let's just enjoy the game. Rook f1 was played, which is again a very powerful move. Rook e8, preventing this bishop g7 sacrifice. For example, if bishop g7, then after bishop takes g7, queen h7 check, black has king f8 move. But after rook e8, instead of bishop g7, white played another powerful move. Can you find that move? Ready? Here comes bishop f8. By sacrificing the bishop, white is opening up the queen's path and already is threatening queen h7, queen h8, checkmate. And what is more important, white is sacrificing his bishop not on g7, not allowing bishop takes g7, but on f8. Bishop f6, well, if a move like e6, opening up an escaping route for the king, then queen h7 check, and then the rook is coming, and again black king is getting checkmated. That's why bishop f6 was played, but again here comes the rook sacrifice on f6 once again. Rook takes f6. Finally black is recapturing on f6. Here comes queen h6 with queen g7 threat. Rook takes f8 was played, queen h7, and this is a checkmate. A very short and aggressive attack by Arthur Bisguier. Definitely this is Larsen's worst nightmare. What a game. Actually, the way white offered his rook 2 times on f6 square was just spectacular. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave your comments. Good luck.